From my book, The Childhood Memories Growing Up in Dominica. Growing up in Dominica, there were lots of cows, lots of farmlands. There are also snakes. My brother used to keep all types of animals. That was our food source. He would build big cages, big chicken coops. We had rabbits, we had guinea pigs, we had chickens. But one thing, when you have chicken, snakes do show up. We were not far from, we call it the ravine, and down the ravine there's a river. Every so often, overnight, you'd hear the chickens clucking, noise happening, and you try and figure out what is going on. The first time it was happening, we didn't know what was going on. My brother took a torch, we call it a buzai in Patois. It is a bottle, you put kerosene in it, you take a piece of cloth, and you wrap it around, and then you put it in the bottle, and you kind of cork the bottle, and then you tip the bottle over until the cloth is soaked with kerosene, then you light it, and that was our light. So we call it a bullseye. So he went out to look, and lo and behold, one big snake is just laying down in the chicken coop. Can't move. Apparently that had its supper. How many chickens? I don't know. I don't know how many chickens it ate that day, but it's a snake. Once its belly is full, it is slow moving. It moves slow already, but when its stomach is full, it's just dead. It looks like it's dead, so it's just laying down there. Now we're scared like crap because it's like a huge, long snake, and it's big. So it's like, oh my God, this is crazy. So you know what they have to do? Gotta get rid of it and cut it up. Once you cut it up, the skin they throw away. My brother didn't use the skin. At that time, some people use it to do different things. But the snake, the fat, my mom melted it to make snake oil. And every now and then she'd give you a spoonful of that when you had a cough or cold. That would knock it right off the pot. One scoop, 1 teaspoon of snake oil, you were fixed. So that she would make sure she takes that and she cover it and she keep it in a safe place. It wasn't just sitting anywhere where you can touch it. She hide it. So when anybody was sick, that was it. As a child, I had asthma, so once a week she'd give me that snake oil. I would feel good. Even though I had asthma, I was at the river bathing and jumping and having fun. At night, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't breathe. I would wheeze all the time. But next morning, down to the river again. But anytime you have a chicken coop, according to the area you are, snakes do like chicken. So you have to protect that chicken coop. So my brother started around the chicken coop, he started putting barbed wire. So we didn't have snakes after that. The next thing I'm afraid of is cows. I'm petrified of cows. If I'm going anywhere and I see a cow, I will turn right back and go back home. So I remember once my mom said, after school, come up to the garden, which is called Macaton. And the garden is like a big farm. She had acres and acres of land, and we had all kind of stuff: banana, plantain, cocoa, dashing, fig. Tanya, which we call shoe, and fig, which is green banana. And we had peanuts, we had red beans, we had pigeon peas growing. We grew a lot of stuff. My brother had a section where he would make charcoal and we would sell that. So we had a huge place. So after school, I'm walking up, going, and then halfway through there's this cow, people give it long cord a long rope so it can graze all around it. So needless to say, my turn to walk through, and there is the cow right across the street. Like I stood there, I don't know how long. I stood there until somebody came, and then they helped me cross. And then I went about my merry way, get my stuff, and head back home. But these are the kinds of things we had to do growing up. We had lots of chores, but we had lots of playtime. And every night before we go to bed, my great-grandmother would give us little stories, and then that would just complete the day. We went to bed early, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., everybody was in bed, unless the moon was shining. If the moon was shining, we played something called Lawan. And boy, I love Alawan because we would time the moon, and when that moon was out, all the neighborhood kids would gather and would make a circle and would play. There was a game, I remember my older sister used to play, they used to call it Kunacha. She used to go, Kunacha, Kunacha, on the way the moonster, the best of all, and they used to play it like this. The best of all, on the way the moonster, hey ya cassava, on the way the moonster. In the muso mama, in the muso papa, hey my little Zamazel. And then you go around, hey ya Zama, Zamazel. The person who's Zel in the end gets to go, and you go through you stand in the middle and you sing, and then you go around again to pick somebody else, and then back and forth until everybody get a turn. Another song, another song, another song. There's a brown girl in the rain, tra-la-la-la-la. There's a brown girl in the rain, tra-la-la-la-la. Brown girl in the rain, tra-la-la-la-la. For she looked like a sugar in a plum, plum, plum. Show me your motion, tra-la-la-la. Show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. Show me your motion, tra-la-la-la-la. For she looked like a sugar in a plum, plum, plum. Those were some of the songs. We had a lot. As I remember them, I'll keep putting them in the story, but these are the ones I remember now, and it was fun. Another childhood game we played was called Down to the Kapi. When the moon was shining and we get to play Lawan, it was all about fun until the moon disappeared again. But as long as the moon was shining, we played every night. And we played another one called Down to the Kapi, and boy, it was fun. Down to the Kapi, you must go like a blackbird in the air, like a standard on the list, and show me the one you love the best. Oh, when you marry, you tell me so. First the boy, second the girl, Sunday after Sunday, go kiss, kiss, and say goodbye. I don't know what it meant. It was just fun. It was a bunch of kids, sometimes between 10 and 15 kids. We make a circle and one person in the middle singing a song, and then you turn around and you pick somebody, and then they go, and it's that all over again. It was magical. Thank you, Dominica, for giving me all these memories. Thank you, my mama, for sharing all these memories. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. Memories for this. Oh, I am telling you, nothing is an accident. Everything is planned by the higher power. You were born where you were born for a reason. You were born into what you were born into for a reason. If we find it early, it's a good thing. If we never find it, it just makes our life miserable. I hope you find your calling, your dream, your purpose, your love, and live it. Because I'm telling you, growing up in Dominica might have some bad, but the memories and the things we did, magic, magic. Those things open up my heart every time. So thank you again for watching, and if you like this channel, please subscribe, because my tidbits of my story growing up in Dominica, and then the rest, like St. Thomas and Canada and all of these will be coming, but little by little we'll get there. Again, thank you. Bye. Rock your bad self.